What is going on, everybody? My name is Bleaves. This is Breakfast with Bleaves. We got a wild one happening right now. Shiba Inu just announced that they are going to do massive and major burns to try to get more in line with whatever it is that they want to do in their ecosystem to try to improve their position in this marketplace and try to enhance and add to the value of your Shiba Inu tokens. Also, we've got BlackRock is in the news again. They've updated their filing along with Bitwise. Kathy Wood has just sold more coin for Coinbase and added to her Robinhood holdings because Robinhood will be moving into the EU in a couple days to offer crypto services. So, a lot going on in the space, and we're just waiting for that next leg up. Is Bitcoin going to pump? Is it going to continue, or are we done? This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleav. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 Been around since the 80s and wasn't always cool, especially with the ladies. I was a damn fool. Dad was an alcoholic. Mama, she had to leave him. Grew up around the fighting, the fussing, cussing, and cheating. That's when I started breaking all of the rules, selling drugs and robbing people. I was kicked out of school. I was a bad kid, tearing shit up, sleeping on couches with 40 bottles and cigarette butts. Years go by and I got sick. Stage 4 lymphoma, how'd I get this shit? Lucky to be alive, so I changed my ways. I'm on that good life tip today. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Baby, we can have it all. We can make love out of waterfalls. I'm living that good life.
All right, guys, it is one of those days right now. We've got SHIB starting to make a little bit of a move. Now, if SHIB makes that good move and we get ourselves in a good position, like this could be, it could very well be a nice little run that we see get started for the Shiba Inu token. Now, to explain what's happening, there was just an announcement. That announcement seems to be something of a motivator for the price action. We're starting to see a little bit of a pump on that price action right now. Looks like fairly decent position right now. 93.21. Looks like it's up. Let's pop this up. We'll get into this as we go. First of all, let's get started for the day. Hope everybody's having a great morning. This is some of the stuff getting absolutely wild in this market. If you haven't already, then I have no idea what happened just now. That was unbelievable. My internet, everything just died, and then I couldn't log back in. So I hope you guys can hear me now. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. We'll wait 1 second here. Can you guys see me again? By the way, my entire city is being rebuilt in front of my eyes, so it gets a little bit wild. Anyway, asset manager giant BlackRock filed an amended S1 filing with the SEC for its proposed spot Bitcoin ETF on Monday, with a similar move also taken by Bitwise. While the regulator has yet to approve a spot Bitcoin fund and has so far delayed all applications as received, analysts said the movements could signal the discussions are ongoing to get this thing going. They're just pouring in, says Bloomberg Intelligence, who is now predicting a $500,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2024. ARK Investment has resumed its Coinbase offloading and buys more Robinhood. The reason that it's buying Robinhood is because Robinhood is now expanding into the European Union. ARK sold 2,970 Coinbase shares from its FinTech Innovation ETF and 7,248 from its Next Generation Internet ETF. It previously sold 37,377 Coinbase shares on Thursday, following the 5.3 and 4.9 million coin stock it sold on Monday and Wednesday, respectively. It is now picking up and scooping up Robinhood because Robinhood is now doing an EU crypto trading expansion as Q3 revenue fell short of estimates. And trading app Robinhood is set to expand its crypto trading service to the European Union and open UK brokerage operations in the coming weeks. Its crypto brokerage services are only available in the United States at the moment. With an experienced team in place, we will soon launch brokerage operations in the UK. Should signify a big move, especially for the price of Robinhood going forward. Cathie Woods making that early move, probably looking to dump on you. Don't forget that. Cathie Woods has never met an asset that she wouldn't dump on you. Next up, SHIB is set to establish a new era for Shibarium burns. Here we go. On Monday, Shiba Inu announced a fresh set of burning techniques to increase the ecosystem's token value. According to the announcement, the team described the new mechanism as a transformative move crucial to the network's economic model. The purpose of this technique is to intentionally reduce the token supply in order to increase the value. Red. So this right here. With the depreciation of the Goerli network, Shibarium's PuppyNet is set to adopt the Sepolia network as its new L1. Sepolia offers a more controlled and stable testing environment, closely mirroring the features and capabilities of the Ethereum mainnet. And this right here is the big deal, right? Shibarium is introducing a transformative token burn mechanism crucial for the network's economic model. This mechanism is designed to reduce token supply strategically, potentially increasing the token's value and benefiting its ecosystem. Initially, the burn process will be manually managed by the official deployer wallet. This allows for close monitoring and adjustment, ensuring alignment with the network's health and sustainability. This will also require some changes in the network, which will be coordinated with other validators and node operators. And then starting in January, the mechanism will evolve into an automated system. This phase will witness multiple upgrades to enhance efficiency and reliability. The automated process will operate based on predefined rules, making it more efficient and transparent. So this is a big deal. This is they're anticipating a burn of a lot more than what we previously have seen. Because look, let's face it, Shibarium, it's not burning a lot. So I don't think that people are super excited about what was going on in the ecosystem. The price was getting dunked on, and people were kind of tuning out SHIB. So, we'll see how this affects Shibarium and the SHIB ecosystem over the next little while. So it could be something really, really cool, but we don't know. We won't know until we see how this plays out. SHIB now trading at 92.92 right now, up quite a bit, having multiple big spikes over the last 24 hours. Maybe, just maybe, we'll start to see some kind of big move from SHIB going forward. But we do have a nice little spike. We've bounced off of the 84 level here. The next question is, how far up can it go? And I suppose the question here that we might want to ask is, what's the market doing? Market looks pretty good so far, down $11 billion in the 24-hour. On the daily time frames, it looks like we've got a little resistance here, right here, that we're in the pocket of, probably breaking kind of out of in the next little while. We're going to zoom out just a little bit more, see if we can get a little more data out here. When we look at this, we're looking at, there's a large node here at 98. That 98 move might take a little bit to get through, but if we do, then a potential breakout certainly does exist, leading back up to that recovery to that 15 level. So I'm not sure that will or will not happen. Just pointing out that, it looks like we've got a nice little start, if you will, and just maybe we're going to have a little bit of a SHIB revival over the next little while. Now, we still need to see data. We're still going to need to see how this plays out. But for right now, pretty good signs. 41,896 is the price on Bitcoin right now. And look, we're not capitulating in a way that, look, nobody's expecting what's happening right now, and you won't be expecting what's about to happen. This is going to continue. Now, I want to point out, remember we talked about this, about 41,705 was the area in which Terra Luna, that was the collapse, right? This is right here, Terra Luna collapse, and this is where the top liquidity was. Now, we did not sweep back down, and we did not come back down to pick this up. We stayed in this range, and we're starting to use this range as support. If we're using that as support, it's because it's headed up further. And then the question really just becomes, how much further up are we headed, if we are, in fact? Now, if I have to go back here and look at the liquidity area, then we're going to look at, we want to look at a shorter time frame on Bitcoin right now. And it tells me that 42.3, 42.4 seems to be the area in which we want to run, if in fact we are going to run. But we're holding in this position. The liquidity down here at 41,086 is a lot further away, it would feel like to me, than this area right here. Now, if that's the case, let's zoom back out. Let's go to the 1 week and let's look at what we're looking at over here. Now we see all of this, like, let's just assume for a moment that we may not be dipping down to get this, at least not in the near future. Well, then that means that 42 becomes the top player on the 1 week. We go to the 3 month. And on the 3 month, we're in uncharted territory. And on the 1 year, same thing. I mean, we're basically uncharted territory. Like I told you guys, there are some areas up here where we've got good amounts around 45. But I mean, guys, this is the market wants to send. What you've got to consider here, or what you should at least consider, is that the bulls are protecting 41,007. They are protecting the fall of Terra Luna Classic, Terra Luna at the time. They're protecting this area. And if they're protecting this region, that means that they intend for this thing to explode one more time. So this makes it easier for them to pump up and grab more liquidity from these top levels and continue to mint higher highs. Guys, all we're doing is stair stepping. Like, this move right here is the same as this move right here, and it led to this right here. Okay. So we should at least acknowledge that seems to be the way that these things are going right now. Like, that's what this looks like. So let's collapse that just a little bit. And let's just say that, what we're seeing, say right here or right here, is what's happening again right here. And if we just kind of, and we're wildly guessing, by the way, but if we just take this and then we just do this and then we just pop this up and say, well, that's kind of what happened right there, then, are we looking at another breakout? And that breakout, by the way, looks to be 45,000. Now, if you've been asking yourself, why does Beliefs keep saying 45,000? Duh, because that's what it looks like. It looks like we're going to make a move. The next move is to 43, 42 and a half, somewhere around this range, again, where the liquidity actually is. And then we're going to see a lot more people shorting. By the way, here's what's going to happen, right? Everybody right now is building up the shorts because they think it's going to come down and they're going to make a bunch of money, right? Well, if this move happens again, those shorts are going to get liquidated. Well, then they're going to take another shot and they're going to be like, well, sure to God, we can't make it. It's not going to come up to here. So they're going to set their positions. And if this market is what I think it is, then they're just going to get wrecked along the way. Like that's what's happening right now. We're at the dawn of that new Bitcoin bull run era. Now, if that happens, then the continuation of this move, looking, back here, just a little bit further back, and we're going to go 4 hour to show you kind of what this looks like. If this is just a continuation of what's already happened, then consider if what happened since we got back into the range here, if that just continues, right? If we just take what happened since we got back into the range, and this range is the range that I told you guys about a while back, right? If that continues, then we're looking at $52,000, $53,000 Bitcoin, right? I told you guys 50,000, and I meant 50,000. And look, there's plenty of time left. So, if this consolidates and just keeps moving over here, like we have plenty of time to get to that range. Now, if we get to 48,000 right here, we'll probably wick up to 50,000, by the way, probably get a nice little wick up to 50,000. If that happens, then altcoin season is on. Now, altcoin season looks like this right here. 35, no change from yesterday, or very little change. Now, we did have the nice little spike up, but I mean, guys, here's the thing. Bitcoin wants to run. Now, everybody who's out here telling you, altcoin season, baby, they're idiots and they're lying to you. They don't know what they're talking about. How do I know that? Because I know what I'm talking about. We're not going to get a massive altcoin season until Bitcoin is done and ready to take a break. And we're not going to get that until Bitcoin achieves at least 48,000. And I want to stress that unless we get a long ranging move right here that leads us into January. Okay. So when they keep telling you altcoin season, here's the thing. Altcoins will continue to pump. We're going to continue to see altcoins move upwards, but we're not going to see that massive altcoin rip until we get up here where it's profit taking time. Now, I'm going to say there's two spots, and we're going to have a mini altcoin season at 48,000. The big altcoin season, the one that matters, the one that you're really looking for, the one that says, oh shit, that's not going to happen until we get to the all-time high. Okay, that's the part that matters, and I think that's the one that everybody's kind of waiting for. When we come out here to the daily, you can kind of see what's going on here, right? This is the big range right here. This is the big accumulation zone. This is your, oh my God, we finally did it. We finally got back here sort of level, right near 50,000. Once we get to this 50,000 level, that's when there's going to be a mini altcoin season. And then after this little mini altcoin season, then we're not going to see anything until we get to the all-time high. The all-time high, by the way, let me just say for the record that there is a distinct possibility that we get a Bitcoin ETF and we're at 100,000 in a week. Like there's a distinct possibility that kind of FOMO kicks in, that we see something like that. Because if you just consider, if we know that the Bitcoin ETF is coming, we know that it gets approved. Then we look at something like, and I just want to point this out. If we look at something like Qatar, if you guys are not following the news, Qatar is considering using its own money to invest $500 billion or up to $500 billion into Bitcoin. Then you have to start asking yourself, well, what is the position for Bitcoin at this point? It has an $818 billion market cap. Now, this is the important part. The liquidity of Bitcoin right now is about $250 billion. So there's plenty of money. But if you were to add $500 billion into the liquidity pool, and it's not an exact science, by the way, but it's pretty close, right? Then you're looking at $100,000 Bitcoin at least. So if that were to happen, that would increase demand because the supply would further be reduced. If the supply is further reduced, then price go up. So we're looking at what could potentially be the most game-changing, dynamic, incredible thing that you've ever seen. So And what I mean by this is right now we're looking at 42,000 Bitcoin. Basically, we're looking at a market cap of 818 billion. Now, we don't have, by the way, the total liquidity. You have to go look that up. But right now, it's about $250 billion in liquidity in Bitcoin. So it's easy to cash in, cash out, et cetera, and you have to take in all of the markets. So it's really kind of a guess, but it's a pretty close guess. So $250 billion. Now you add 500 billion to that because that's how much they're going to actually invest into liquidity. And people will take money out, of course, but there's still a demand. So they're not going to take a whole bunch out. Like it's not going to, everybody that's already in is not just going to say, you know what I mean? If half the people who are currently invested in Bitcoin, which we know are going to stay in it, then you just consider that's $20,000 Bitcoin. Just and bear with me on this, okay? But if you double the market cap, if you double the liquidity pool for 250 billion to 500 billion, that's an $83,000 Bitcoin. And if you double, and if you add, 25% more, you're looking at 120. If you 3x, basically, it's 120. And if you consider a bunch of people are going to cash out, that's $100,000 Bitcoin. And then that's not even including, by the way, the ETF. So when all of these people start to get into their positions and they're like, oh my God, here we go, this stuff is about to happen, then you are looking at one of the most epic runs that you've ever seen, or at least one of the most epic runs that you haven't seen since 2021. Because something like this right here, that's child's play compared to what could happen in this regard. And Diggy points out that that's just a 3x, and that's not the point. The cool part is, if you're holding on to millions of dollars of Bitcoin, then you're going to be holding on to 3 times as much Bitcoin, 3 times as many dollars of Bitcoin as you did before. So fair enough. But what this does is it provides liquidity to the market for altcoins, and the altcoins are going to absolutely go parabolic. The reason for that is because that money that ekes its way out of Bitcoin in that pump is going to end up flooding its way into other cryptos. It's going to flood its way into all the altcoins. It's going to lead to, and remember, we are on the cusp also of an Ethereum ETF. And if we get the Ethereum ETF, you're looking at, $15,000 Ethereum. Now, most people are saying like, well, it's going to go to 28,000. I don't think so. We're looking at about a $15,000 Ethereum. But by the way, I would say all-time high at least, and probably 10,000 very, very rapidly. And I won't say immediately. I'm just going to say very, very rapidly. We'll probably see just a magic move that we're just like, wow, this is unbelievable. Also, by the way, the market is starting to pump, and we're starting to see money flooding back in right now. So maybe, just maybe, here we go. We were down about 12 billion. We're down about 9 billion right now. Bitcoin is about to pass 42,000 one more time. Let's come into the lower time frame and start to look at it. We're seeing a fairly nice green candle minting on the 30-minute right here, one of the bigger candles that we've seen in a while. We got the U.S. markets opening in about 5 minutes. 5-minute chart looks like it's continued flow. It's not just one big candle. 15-minute, one big candle. But on that 5-minute, we're seeing we're just seeing a continuation of money flowing into the market. So it looks like here we go, guys. We might be looking early on at a big move. There we go. We got a big candle forming on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, a big candle forming. So guys, this could be, maybe it's not a drill. It could be that we are just about to see another big rip from Bitcoin. Now, if we start to see money just pouring into the market here, and we see the total market cap go green on the day, and we just start seeing it in a heartbeat, then we know that something big and something massive is happening, right? Then we can make a determination at that point, like where are we going to go? My estimation, by the way, is on this next move was about 42.5 to like, I think we're just going to start ripping, and we're going to hit 43. We'll be like right around ta-da. And then from there, the next move is to 45. So that's what it looks like. Let's move on right now. I want to talk Luna Classic real quick. You can see right now we've capitulated a little bit off of the double top. And for this, I'm going to go to the 1 hour. As you can see here on Luna Classic, we made titties up here on the top here. We got two big ones rejecting right there. We've got caps, and we've got basically a double top happening right now. So the question becomes, at this point, is that the end of the rally? And part of this rally is based on Bitcoin. So it could be that the market is ready to come down because we saw capitulation, right? But it doesn't feel that way. What it feels like is that people are starting to realize that something could be happening with Luna Classic. That, you know, at spread tax, the things that we're talking about that are just going to absolutely pump this thing, people are starting to feel that, right? And if they're starting to feel that, then the likely play out here is, first of all, I think that if this reverses and goes back up, best possible scenario, more likely in this would be a retest back here to the support level, which is around 2000, and then a move up here, rejecting here once or twice, and then back up here into the all-time high, and then making our way back up. Now, for context, you can come over here and you can look and see the last time we had a double top, and by the way, it's not playing out as quickly, but this is the last time we had that big double top and that retest. Then what happened was we got rejected, right? We got rejected here. Then we popped back up. And now we rejected down just a little bit more. And we just rejected down a little bit more. And then all of a sudden, we started moving back in the upward fashion. We came back up to this area, just exactly what I just told you, of course. And then we consolidated, and that's going to be the good part. Like wherever we are right here, we then come up here and we consolidate for a little while. We gather steam, make sure we're going to pop up here every couple times, and make sure that anybody who wants to sell right there has a reason to sell. We're going to pop the sell orders, and then boom, that's going to give us the impetus to move up to that next level. Now, in the event that we get an altcoin season, if we just kind of get a big run on Bitcoin, which again, down to 6 billion, almost 6 billion. So yeah, there we go. We're at 42,000, almost 42,100 Bitcoin. Yep, 42,100 Bitcoin is on the run right now. So if that's the case, then what we're probably looking at right here is an altcoin season at 48,000. And if that happens, Luna is going to go 10x from where it is right now. So what you're going to see is you're going to see a zero get dropped. And we're going to be talking about two zeros, 22,951. We're going to be talking about a market cap about 10x from where it is right now. Look, and we're not talking about a giant cap right now. It's about 52. Yeah, we're number 51 right now. We had a market cap of 1.2 billion. It would be nothing in this market if the capital flows. If the capital flows, it would be nothing to be in this top 10 area with a 12 billion market cap. Here's the thing. All of the rest of these tokens are going to run too. So they're going to have nice little pumps as well. So we're still not going to be in the top 10. We might be in the top 40, maybe top 30, something like that. But at this moment, there is a distinct possibility that this thing just absolutely starts to rip. Now, if that were to happen, then you could go consider USTC. USTC, I would consider to be more along the lines. I don't even know if it's on page one anymore. Yeah, it is on page one. It's number 100 right now, at 473 million market cap. I'm going to say about a 5x on that one. I don't think that it does the same thing as Luna Classic, even though there is more importantly a faster upside on USTC, because you can start that repeg and it could go very, very quickly. So there's possibility for that, but I don't think that it really does. So we're going to see very, very quickly what we're made of. I mean, this is, excuse me. There's a lot going on here in this market, a lot that we don't understand, by the way. If I come over here, by the way, to Twitter, and if you haven't already, if you like the Chicago Bears, make sure that you're following me on my Chicago Bears channel. And there's Hannah. Portal Coin, guys, what is... All right, whatever. Portal Coin, okay. Whatever. All right, so we got bull market. We got Bitcoin ETF now trending. So let's go see what's happening over here. Is there anything listing of all 21 major amendments to BlackRock's latest spot filing? That's actually pretty good. Simply Bitcoin bringing out some of the heat right now to tell you exactly what they're doing, to let you know what it looks like. CoinDesk says, CoinDesk, by the way, is a scam, in case you were not recognizing that. just like Cointelegraph. U.S. crypto lobbying spending is expected to hit a new record. A look at BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF plans and more. Guys, it should be noted, even though I just said that that CoinDesk is a scam. Okay. However, I think that it might be being sold to somebody. So maybe, just maybe, somebody with dignity and self-respect takes over CoinDesk, and we can start to trust it a little bit more. I don't know yet. We'll see. But they are right, I think, on this one when they say that, you know, if BlackRock gets involved, if ARK gets involved, if Fidelity is involved, if Invesco is involved, guys, those are the guys that are putting out all the money for these ETFs, for stocks, for commodities and stuff like that. They're the ones that are paying your congressman, your senator for their, you know, post office job, if you will. So it's very likely that we see a lot softer approach to Bitcoin and crypto coming very, very soon. Because you're going to have somebody like, what's that dead face crazy lady? The one that looks like a zombie. Maxine Waters. It's very likely that Maxine Waters says, I like to think that everybody thinks a Bitcoin is not a good thing, and I don't like Bitcoin. I think it's a scam against the U.S. dollar. And then BlackRock says, hey, we wanted to donate $100,000 to your re-election campaign. She said, like I was saying, I love Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is one of the greatest tools for freedom in the entire market, and I think we should all be free. And I think freedom is just, I think that everybody should be free. And then the bank is going to come in and be like, yeah, but we're going to give you another $100,000. You could be, but I think that the bank should control all of crypto because that's where all the money is, and all these people are doing now. You know what I mean? So that's probably what's going to happen. And then you probably have Liz Warren. Liz Warren's out here going, hey, bunga, hey, bunga, me no like 'em crypto. Crypto no good. Me smoke 'em the pipey of peace. Me thinking no Bitcoin. And then they're gonna be like, BlackRock's gonna be like, here's $100,000, and she's gonna be like, hoya bunga, put a Bitcoin onto my head. It's gonna be under my hey bunga, and however she talks. I don't know how she talks. I you know what I mean. And then all of a sudden the banks are going to step in and she's going to go, hiya, bunga, me like 'em, bank 'em, me put up a peace pipe and me put up smoke 'em signals, me smoke 'em if you got 'em, ha 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 ha, me Navajo. I just assume that's how Liz Warren talks. I don't listen to that crazy bat. You know what I mean? But guys, am I out of my mind? Yes. Can it be fixed? No, it cannot. So you got to be asking yourself, what is getting ready to happen? And look, I'm telling you, this thing is getting ready to go absolutely out of its mind. So we've got all of the pieces in place. The only thing that we're waiting on is Goldman Gary, and that has a twin. There are two Gary Goldman, Gary Gold Gensler. Guys, there are multiple. Look, you've seen those eyes, right? There's 4 of them. Oh my God, that's what CZ Binance was saying this whole time. He was saying, oh my God, the Genslers, there's 4 eyes in that whole team. Holy shit, that's why he said 4. It all makes sense now. Anyway, things be getting wild here, dog, and I'm leading the charge. So let's go look at the price action because somebody was like, let's go. All right, so down to 4,042,163 on Bitcoin, continuing its assault on price action. Guys, the top over here, 42,440, and it looks like we are about to push back into it. Now, why are we pushing back into it? The reason for that is for the breakout. Now, when you see the big candle, and there's probably going to be some kind of big candle coming, right? Why are we going to do that? It's going to be because on the liquidity heat map, there is a spot here. Now, we're going to look at the 12-hour because that's going to be the easiest one. So where does it spike to? Probably 42,365. That it's going to wreck people all the way up to maybe 42,552. You can see that on my screen right now. this could be like just wham right through this area right now, just to dominate these people and let them know who's in charge. And guys, who's in charge? It's BlackRock. We know that. BlackRock, please don't have me Hillary Clinton did. You know what I mean? Please don't put me on the Clinton list. You know what I'm talking about. Guys, BlackRock, come on, guys. I love you. I think, Larry, you're such a fink. You're the greatest fink ever. Hey, bunga, Liza Warren, mocha, love you, or whatever. So anyway, now the other part to this is we're going to probably see a little drawdown in price action. By the way, speaking of drawdown in price action, fuck, Bencoin is in the tank even more. Now, does this phase me? Does this change anything for me? Yes, it actually does. It makes me want to buy more. So just so you guys know, I am adding to the position on Bencoin. I do want to see a reversal first because I want to make sure that I'm as close to the bottom as possible. And if I'm at the bottom, I don't mind buying at a little bit higher price. I don't mind buying a little bit further up here, but I want to see a reversal or a clear sign of a reversal because I do know that some point very, 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 very soon that this thing will absolutely rip. Look, and guys, I want you to, I want to point out something. Like, you can say what you want about Ben Armstrong. I mean, if you're Rodney, you can say wild shit about him because 1,000 views, and that's I mean, look, that's a couple of bucks, $8. I mean, I would hope, I hope that because guys, I consider Rodney a friend. I hope that he moves on and does things that do more engaging content and stops worrying about Ben Armstrong and what Ben Armstrong's D is doing, because that is wild to me. You know what I mean? It's wild to me. But Ben is going to be a lightning rod the entire time. And while there's drama and stuff like that going on, and he's out here engagement farming everybody and making them jump through hoops to cover it and do this, like, he's a piece of human trash and whatever Rodney's saying, right? All he's doing is making sure that more people follow him and more people follow him and more people follow him. And they don't see that. Like, it's wild. It's wild that people they don't understand. Because like they go to court yesterday and then Tricky Nicky, the guy with allegedly no dicky, says, oh, we had a great day yesterday. Everything was so super awesome. We were like totally cool. He didn't even go to court. He has no idea. He just had somebody tell him, yeah, everything went fine. He was like, oh, it must have been great because they said it went fine or whatever happened, right? But then because he can't stop himself, he's like, I'm going to dunk on Ben Armstrong. Dude, all you did was add 1,000 new followers. Are you that stupid? Like, am I... Stop me when I'm telling lies, baby. Stop me when I'm telling lies. Nobody stopped me. So there we go. Crazy, right? Like, it's crazy. Like, these guys are literally like, look, it is my official opinion, guys. All right. It is my official opinion that Ben Armstrong is the actual head of content at Hit Networks, the company that he used to work for and doesn't work for anymore. Because the only time anybody gives a flying fuck about what they say or do is when they're riding Ben Armstrong's nuts. So you tell me. Now, it's like I said before. He's pulling your strings. He's making you guys do all this wild shit because you can't stop yourself because you want to dunk on him. I think it's the phrase, right? You want to dunk on him and stuff like that. Like, you're not. All you're doing is, look, he just got the stake deal, which means that he's got hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in every single month while you're saying, oh my God, I'm now partnered with Blowfin. Guys, Blowfin is partnered. There's a possibility that I might be partnered with Blowfin, just for some perspective here, guys. I'm a little space. I'm a little guy in this space. There are approximately 185 people who didn't hit the goddamn like button, by the way, but there are approximately 185 people watching this live stream right now. And if you got a different number, don't bring me your different number because I don't want to hear that shit from you. But Guys, on a good day, I get 250 people watching me, not even close to what the Hit Network, well, I guess kind of close to it now, but I mean, nowhere close to what Ben Armstrong gets. Nowhere close to what, I mean, AJ, I might get about half of what AJ is getting right now. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll grow. Maybe my crazy, like, oh, yo, and whatever thing I do, like Maxine Waters doing her thing. You know what I'm talking about? Because I love the Bitcoins because the Bitcoins is how I make the money. Or, whatever. I don't know how she talks. I know that she can't move her face. I know that it's made out of plastic at this point, or like, I don't even know if it's a mask or not. But my point is, you know, there's wild stuff going on in this space. I get a little bit of traction, but I don't get the huge amount of traction. Like, guys, if you go and you look at all of these different guys that have been ranting for 40 or 45 minutes right now, you'll see tips. You'll see people who have signed up for their channel. It's been a dry day for me. You know what I mean? You go look at Sam, Crypto Lifer, and you see like money just being thrown at him and stuff like that. I don't have that. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, I am a little guy, little down here on the bottom of the chart. You know what I mean? And guess what? I can partner with Blowfin. So when they tell you that they're partnered with Blowfin, I say, no disrespect to Blowfin. I'm sure Blowfin is a beautiful company, a wonderful company, in fact. But what are we doing here? I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Right? Guys, I really need to stop doing caffeine. And I really need to stop snorting caffeine. You know what I mean? Because that's not good. You get nosebleeds and stuff like that. And I already get nosebleeds when it gets really super cold and dry out here. It's absolutely crazy. Since we're and by the way, it's snowing today in Chicago, so the weatherman can go fuck himself. Anyway, so with this getting bought back up, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, because look at this. If you look at all of these candles, you're seeing these clear candles that are just continuing to push downward, and we're not getting any reversal momentum. So this is the first time that I've seen upward sort of momentum potential in a little while. Now, this candle hasn't closed. Things could change, and in fact, it could get it could make a push towards the upside. So you never really know. But for right now, it looks like a good buy opportunity to me. So let's move on here just a little bit more. Bitcoin looks like struggling to get past 42.2 at the moment. WAGMI continuing to come down. It looks like it's coming down off of that big high. Man, WAGMI had such a great run. And look, it's going to continue, by the way. When I say it had such a great run, I think it's consolidating, and we're probably going to see maybe another 2x from it right here, getting a little bit over 100 million market cap. I think at some point, like really soon, we're going to see WAGMI get a nice little rip. I got 2 NFTs, by the way, 50 million market cap. Again, just kind of sitting up here at the top of this range, broke out again. So, feeling great about WAGMI, by the way, feeling just absolutely great. Did not reject off of that 17. This is the first time it didn't reject. So it actually had a breakout. Now it got rejected on the top, minted a new top. What you can say, by the way, is double top right there. So probably a big correction due because of that. Now, when you look at this, by the way, we do have to change our number. So if you are looking for WAGMI and you're looking for it for an actual play, then we have to consider where we're going. This is the breakout right here. This is the top over here. Let's lock that into position right now. Let's get rid of that right there. And let's say that if you're looking for an accumulation, then the golden pocket is now right here, and it coincides with this retest of their trend line. So you could see a rip way down here on WAGMI before the next move. And that would be healthy. That would be a healthy correction for WAGMI. And from what I understand, they did make a comment on this the other day, saying that they have picked up a ton of new holders, only 8,500 holders. Like one day, there's going to be 50,000 holders of this token, maybe even 100,000. So, you're still, even today at 50 million market cap, I think you're still getting in pretty inexpensively. And we're not even at altcoin season. We're not even at gaming. We haven't really had a rip. So, yeah, it's look, I think that we're primed for some just absolutely crazy stuff. Now, that being said, Volt, if you guys saw my Volt video last night, then I'm pretty sure some of those guys don't like me at this point, but I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Look, it's the same people that told the same people. Look, motherfucker. Oh, god damn it! I can't do this. I can't. I can't. Ooh. By the way, it does look like there's some positive momentum coming on Volt, but god damn it, let me go do this because now I'm gonna get on my soapbox again. Guys, look, if you're telling people, if you told, and they pulled me into a, they look, motherfucker, pulled me into wanted to talk to me and tell me, hey guys, believes we don't think you should be telling people to sell their Volt. That's not good for business. What we want is we want a culture of apple trees. We want a culture of apple trees. We want apple trees. Okay. Okay. We can have apple trees. We're going to have plenty of apple trees, right? So I said, you know what? If I'm doing promotion work for you, I'm doing promotion work for the way you want me to do it. I'm doing promotion work exactly how you would like it done because that is my job, right? That is what I'm doing. That is exactly because I owe it to you that that's what I'm going to do. Well, if that's the case, then what in the absolute fuck is going on at Prometheum Prodigy? What is really going on over here? Because all I see is, wait a minute, what is going on here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was told that all I'm supposed to do is hold and not sell. I was told that all I'm supposed to do is hold and not sell, right? I was told that all I'm supposed to do is hold and not sell. So, well, now let's take it a step further and let's go back over here to a chart. And we're going to close this out with a chart, and we're going to close it out with a chart of Volt. Now, if you're promoting a different project and let's call it Volted. Let's say that you're Volted here. Let's go amount of ETH. Let's click on that. Let's click on that and let's see who sold 8 ETH. Now let's see where they put that 8 ETH, right? And by the way, I don't know where they put the 8 ETH. Like, you can cash it out, right? But let's go token transactions. Oh shit. They cashed out 65 billion Volt to put it into Prometheum Prodigy. What in the absolute fuckaductory is that? Why would that be happening? Because you're supposed to, this is an apple tree. Why are you not apple treeing? Huh. Well, let's go look at the next one, because that's just probably an outlier. Yeah, this person goes into Dogcoin. Oh shit. What is this? What in the absolute fuckaductory is this? Prometheum Prodigy. Why are people selling their Volt to get into Prometheum Prodigy? He asks, knowing the answer. Guys, I want you to think about what I just said. The people who told you, hold your Volt. Don't you dare sell your Volt. Make sure you hold it. Make sure you only take a little piece off of that apple tree when you need it. Sold all of their tokens to CoinRabbit to take out loans while continuing to tell you, hey man, just hold on, buy more, buy the dip. That's what they told you. And now, what are they telling you? Well, they're certainly not telling you to buy Prometheum Prodigy, because that would just be silly, right? Anyway, guys, time for me to go to work. This is not financial advice. My name's Believes. I am always right. By the way, if you're a token and you ask me to promote something a certain way, I will happily do that. I don't have a problem. My job, in my opinion, when I do promotional work for you, is I'm an ad man. I'm trying to give you an ad that sells your product to a group of people. And then you just have to go out. Like, I'm the actor here. All you guys then have to do is go out and promote that video and make that video resonate amongst people and get it shared with as many people as you possibly can. And everything works perfectly fine. Like everything runs exactly as planned, right? Like that's me. I'm an ad man, right? I'm doing an ad for you. But if you're if the people that you're putting into your product placement division or whatever are trying to get you to buy a different product, that's fucked up. Anyway, it's not financial advice. My name is Bleav. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Listen to my brother here.
I can read a chart like Superman, and I've got a show that has a lot of fans. I'm streaming every day and almost every night, and I bought some Bitcoin because I see the light. They call me Bleav. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Bleav. They call me Bleav. I'll break a crypto wallet down for you. I built a crypto channel with a YouTube stream and all of the YouTube shillers. I'm in a dream, but I stay up late to give my views, and I stay up late just to give you guys the news. Yeah, they call me Bleav. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Bleav. I'll break a crypto wallet down for you. Yeah.